Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'll be playing some Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now this is definitely one I've been looking forward to. So playing at a resolution of 3840 by 2160 at 120 Hz with a resolution scale at 100%. This means I'm playing at native resolution. Field of view is also at 100%. Now in terms of graphics, I've put anti-aliasing down to low as I am playing at 4K and this isn't really something that's necessarily needed. Now everything else is maxed out. The only thing I've disabled is motion blur, so those are the in-game settings.
How long have you been chasing me, Wolf-Kissed? 17 winters? 18? Do I now haunt your dreams? Do I warm your loins? You remember this? Ah, your father's axe. The weapon of a coward. A scorned snake. Ah, few things would please me more than to kill with this blade. But I know you would defy me to the death, fighting for a glorious end. That I will not allow. You will live your final days enthralled as a slave, humiliated. Your death will be a lonely one. Kill the rest of his crew, make them suffer. Eivor Wolf-Kissed is no more. That name is dead to this world.
You will be worth your weight in silver. To the ship.
You move, and I take your eyes. You hear me?
Need to get out of this situation.
Wind's blowing from the south.
We can tack north, then cut west. Now, what did I just tell you?
That's cleaned him out.
Shotway will skin you alive. You will never leave this. No feast for you, Susan. My crew is in danger. You must be my eyes.
At least we got out of that situation. Eivor's got a lot of heart, it seems.
My crew is in danger. I need to reach them.
So I need to meet my crew, but I need to replenish my strength.
Better.
So you can just eat the wild berries that are growing around, it seems. Just gonna loot this place, just see if there's anything of value here. Wonder what's in that building. Nothing really of any interest. Let's have another look around. Oh, there's more.
I feel better. Stronger.
Okay, so I've recovered my full health now. I mean, the game looks a lot better than some of the initial preview video clips that I saw, so it's good to see they've done a good job with the presentation for the final product. So I kind of skipped the intro scene just to kind of start straight into the action. So Eivor had his parents killed at the very start, and he's trying to recover his father's axe. Not only that, get revenge for their death. So that's pretty much how things start off. So climb up this this mountain here. I mean, it's an open world game and it does perform pretty well at the moment, getting around 80 frames per second. Even the VRAM isn't quite as much as I thought it would be, so only using around 5 gigabytes, while the graphics card has allocated 6 gigabytes to use if necessary. CPU usage for an Ubisoft game is very, very low. I mean, for Assassin's Creed games in particular, this seems to be a lot lower than the previous games.
Need to be careful.
So we've got a
This area is off limits.
got a guard here. Let's see if I can just take him out with one shot to the head. So yeah, guys, I am using my Xbox 360 control pad for these types of games. I find it more comfortable playing with a control pad rather than a keyboard and mouse. I know there's a few of you guys that use a keyboard and mouse for everything, but it all depends on what you're comfortable with. I'm not knocking that, but this is what I prefer to do. I've done a good job with the snow though, as you can see all your footprints through the snow, and it really does look good with all the breath coming out of, all the condensation coming out of Ivor's mouth. They've really done a good job for the attention to detail. The textures are really good as well. So yeah, I've got no complaints on the graphics of the game. It looks really, really good so far. There's a settlement in the distance. That's probably where I got to get to. I wonder what's in here. But I'll try and loot everything I can in up until I get to the main destination. There's the front door. Okay, we have found the chest here, right? Some iron ore and some leather. These are obviously going to be items that you can use to upgrade your weapon, so it's good that I found some of those around here. So for those who are wondering, the software that you can see on the left hand side, that is MSI Afterburner and Reaper Tuner Statistics Server. I use this to monitor in-game performance and just monitor how my hardware is doing in real time. This is something that you can customize to your own needs, so if you're not someone that wants to have, for example, all your processor cores and threads showing, you don't need to have that showing. It's just how I prefer to have my display. Okay, just getting a bit off track now. I'm gonna try and get back on the path to getting my my crew back. And the world seems pretty big. Even this small area, there's just so much to explore. But Assassin's Creed does a good job of that. They don't let you, I mean, there are times when you feel that you're on rails, but generally it's just free for you to do what you want. Okay, something's going on here.
A clash of iron. There's fighting nearby.
Oh, caved his head in.
You live.
I do. Slipped away in the sword clash. And what of you?
Kyoto tried to sell me off. A mistake he will regret.
Not today, he won't. I saw him board a ship at Avaldsnes not long ago. Sailed east, leaving our crew behind.
There must still be time to save our men. I will find them. You ready the longship?
You glory hound? You would take the rescue for yourself, so the victory song is written about you.
I could storm the beach then. Slay 24 men, seize our dragon boat, and hoist the sail in triumph. Up to you.
No, I will take the beach. A far more dangerous path. You search the longhouse for our crew. Oh, and here. This corpse will not have need of it.
Go. I will meet you by the ship.
I don't know if you guys have ever watched the Viking series, but that main character looks a little bit like Ragnar Lothbrok. Now, so this is the Battle of the Northern Way, so let me just equip this shield that I've been given. So a few tutorials as these are the opening scenes of the game. Yeah, so Ivor does look a little bit like Ragnar Lothbrok. You can tell the developers probably got a little bit of inspiration from the Viking series. Another reason why I was quite intrigued about playing this game is that it's actually set in England as well, where I live. And it'll be nice to kind of go around familiar places, even with their historical names, and just to kind of see how they've depicted.
Crawl through like lice. If I use the main gate, I may attract attention.
Yeah, probably best to go the other way, and just see how they Ubisoft depicted England in the past. So that'll be interesting for me.
I must be careful now.
Okay, let's have a look around. So we've got a guard, 2 guards over here. I think I can take these guys down with not too much issue. Damn it, I didn't really see that guy over here, so I guess I'll just have to kill these guys as quickly as I can. Okay. It's gonna be 2 on 1 now. Okay, now it's 1 on 1. They're all dead already.
The longhouse. The crew should be inside.
Okay, I'll try to be a bit more, what's the word, covert. Try not to get spotted. That other guy took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting to see him. See if I can take him down with a shot to the head. Nice. Anyway, let's get to the roof. Make sure there's no one else around before I start climbing. There's one guy here. Okay. So those are the guards dealt with now. Let's get to the roof.
Firm like that, and my axe will miss your neck. Unpleasant for both of us.
If I'm to die, I want to make a mess of it, bucker out.
Okay. Let's get down here. All the rats everywhere.
You coward! Unbind me and stick an axe in my hand!
I owe you nothing, raven shit. Yours is a clan of thralls and peasants.
That's his father's
Lay
axe.
that axe aside or die by mine.
You should be on a slave ship to Ireland, Wolf-Kissed. But if you wish to be my first sacrifice, Odin will be more than happy to receive you.
You just killed yourself, Erki.
Come, bloodbag! I will sell you to hell herself!
Looks like I'll need to avoid the heavy attacks and just kind of counter-attack him.
Shut your hole and fight!
Die, you sack of shit!
Once I stay away from them heavy attacks, I should be fine. Easy enough to avoid. Trying to attack his back. Now he's dropped his axe, so I guess I can parry his attacks. Let me just get my stamina back up. Don't want to get caught without stamina. Try and parry and counter attack. Alright, let's finish him off. Ooh. Killed him with his own weapons. The facial detail is really good though. I'm really impressed with the presentation. Definitely haven't skimped on the
You should
graphics.
have held on to this until the bitter end.
If I
Sorry.
give my life, will you spare my clan?
No! Pick up your axe!
For Vikings, if you die in battle without your weapon in hand, you don't enter Valhalla, and obviously that's something you wouldn't want to, as a warrior, that's like the worst thing ever. And that's what happened to his dad, so it's like a painful memory for him. Is this some kind of dream or flashback or something? Yeah, this is definitely some type of dream.
Abel, are you bewitched? Unbind us.
What? Oh, yes, of course.
Pretty sure there's going to be a reason why we have to go back to that place. Anyway, let me just quickly equip his armor now that I'm out of the rags. Get back all my gear. Right. Let's see if I got a better axe than that one. Yeah, this one's a little bit stronger. Okay, so back in the default armor set, looking pretty good. I'm gonna free my crew.
You have my thanks, friend.
Alright guys, let's get out of here. Oh, almost forgot to free this guy. Just letting everyone walk away but him.
Well fought, Wolf-Kissed. Even if your wits were somewhat rattled.
Listen here. If you can breathe, you can fight. Now come, we take back our ship.
Do not need to tell us.
Alright, so we've got incoming soldiers. Let's take care of these guys. Not bad. Take this guy out trying to flank us. Ooh, cut his arm straight off. So you can do this thing called stun attack. It's pretty much just a finisher. If you do like a good parry or something. Wow, the way he just took his head clean off. This game is pretty gory, but that's not something I'm going to complain about. That's exactly what I want to see. Let's take this guy out now. Alright, we done? Or is there some more? So that was a stun attack, it's just like a finisher. And he just buried that axe into his skull. So a stun attack will pretty much just end that character's life pretty much straight away if you get a good counter-attacking opportunity. Damn. Come on, let's do this. So that was a hard attack. But I was still able to put him in stun and kill him. It's going to help my comrades now. So you do have a bow, but it's not the way I want to fight. I'd rather hack and slash.
Let the fates throw you.
Finish this guy off. Okay. Just a few more to go now. He's dead already. Let's loot him. Oh, someone cut his head off. There's a ship, but we got a few guys that we need to kill.
Fight. Now come.
Nice.
Listen here. If you can breathe, you can fight. Now come. We take back our ship.
Okay, that's all the enemies killed, it seems. Let's get out of here.
Braggy, grab your oars. The whale road leads us home.
Gods, it's about time.
Stop yapping and start.
So the boat's probably going to be an integral part of the game. And I've got to head towards the destination, so I need to go this way. Let's pull the sail out.
More sail.
Water quality does look good though. So at least they've made sure it doesn't look like crap, because that would just be disappointing.
Rather silent, Eivor. Anything to say for the mess you led us to?
We suffered no losses in this fight, and the men who humiliated us are dead. What is there to say?
Oh, something like, I was stupid, selfish, reckless, blind, bone-headed, and I smell like blood and shit?
I like my version better.
Okay, so there are little occupied islands that you can take, I guess.
Setting up an outpost on that island.
Kjotve's men, gnawing at any piece of open land like dogs worrying a bone.
Even with you half in the grave, we could easily take them.
Alright. Let's raid this place.
Won't take long.
Slightly little stutter there after jumping off the ship, but relatively being plain smooth up till now, so I'm not too bothered about that. So as you can see, depending on what you're doing, the game will be pretty demanding, or it'll be pretty okay. So when you're in dialogue, for instance, performance can drop down into the low 60s. But I'm looking forward to getting to like a settlement to kind of have a walk around and seeing just what kind of performance you should expect. Finish this guy off. Oh, that's such a brutal finisher. Take this guy out.
Let's get out of here.
Okay, I'm just gonna loot this place before I leave. Pretty sure there's something valuable in here. Yeah, thought as much. So we've got the Bone Biter's axe. That's a two-handed weapon, so I don't want to change my weapon style, but it gives you the option if you want to. Anyway guys, we're done raiding, so let's get out of here. Let's get back on the ship. Okay, now to head to the destination, which we need to go back to our camp, or our main settlement. Let's get the sail up. Yeah, so far enjoying the game. The action has been, you know, up and down a little bit, but the pacing's been pretty good.
Harder and stronger than before.
No surprise there. This war has spun on for 3 generations. I hardly expect him to relent.
Your hatred for that man burns bright, wolf-kissed. I could warm my balls on it.
Would you not prefer a pair of sealskin breeches?
Just take care, Eivor. Such hatred can make you careless. What he did to your father, he did to all of us. You are not in this fight alone.
But it seems like the destinations are behind this mountain. I don't know what it is about Assassin's Creed games, well, some of them at least. They don't seem to make your GPU heat up as much as other games. I'm not too sure if it's something to do with the engine, but as you can see, my RTX 3090 currently at 53 degrees. I'm using the Asus Tough Gaming OC edition with about 75% fan, and I'm using...
will scold you for setting out against his wishes.
Of course you will.
Is that not something you worry over?
I worry only that our king will not see that I'm right until it's too late.
What about Sigurd? What would he say?
If Sigurd were here, he would be sitting beside you, wiping the blood from his axe and smiling into the breeze.
So what I was going to say is I'm currently using a 1 volt undervolt, and with the 75% fans, and with my PC being at the window.
This misadventure.
Only the truth. The attack Kjotve's fortress, killed his men, and weakened his control of this land.
Will you mention the part where you lost your crew and were nearly sold as a thrall? Will that be part of your saga?
If there's a skull to dare sing that verse, it will be his last song.
So yeah, the raid didn't go according to plan, but you know, Vikings love to document and sing of their victory, so he's just saying basically, I'm making sure they leave that part out.
We'll have to row here, Eivor.
So Fornberg, this is the main base it seems. Back home you can see performance dropping down below 60 frames now.
The leader of Ravens returns, and not half dead. We thought we had lost you, Eivor, for good this time.
A warm welcome as always, Randri.
You look like reddened shit. What happened?
Nothing to crow about, except to say the men who delayed us are dead. And how are you?
Well enough, though I have spent many tiresome days calming the rages of our king. He is not happy with you.
I expected as much. And what of Sigurd? Has he returned from his raids?
My husband should be home today. The last we heard, he was approaching Stavanger.
Good to hear. We have need of his courage.
Sigurd will not save you from his father's wrath, Eivor. You should know that by now.
Did your raid not go as planned?
They rarely go as planned. But we killed many of Kjotve's warriors. And there was this. My father's axe among the dead.
Ah, after so many years. You should take it to Gunnar. He will give it back its edge.
A good idea. After I see our king.
That I do not advise. Not yet. He is meeting with a messenger from the north.
I can wait.
A cloud hangs over you. Is something wrong?
Seeing my father's axe after 17 winters, it stirred something in me. A feeling I've not had since the day he was killed. Since the day I got this.
Memories of past agonies. Of sadness and pain.
I should speak with Valka. She could help me make sense of my feelings.
Take your time getting settled. I will see you at the Longhouse.
I think you have lost your edge, Eivor, just like that axe. Maybe Gunnar can help you with both.
I will let you know.
So seems like we're back home now. I'm just gonna have a quick walk around the settlement. As you can see, performance in dialogue can drop below 60 frames, and even on approach to Fornberg I saw it drop down to around 58, which is not a massive deal, but it's just kind of giving you guys a good indication that if you're going to play this at 4K, you're going to need some serious hardware.
Come! A little dice never caused any harm.
So kind of dipping below 50, dipping below 60 every now and then, but generally performance is okay. Climb up here. I'll go and talk to this Smith guy.
Eivor, wolf-kissed.
Welcome back.
Gunnar, I have something here you might like to see.
Thunderclap of Thor! Is that your father's axe? I have not seen this beauty since, well, for some time. I forged this weapon long ago. Still looks good. One of my finest, I think.
It has a blunted blade, but it swings well. Can you sharpen it?
I can give it a better edge and reinforce the handle. And as luck would have it, I have one ingot left for the job.
Are you sure?
The fates have willed it so. But in future, bring your own metal ingots. I cannot forge them from empty air.
Okay, so this is probably how you upgrade the weapons. Alright, so it's even got a rune slot as well, which is pretty cool.
That should do it. Anything else?
No,
That's
I'm
all
done
for
here.
now.
Return any time.
Okay, so you can actually add a rune slot to a rune to this weapon as well. So see what we have available. Runes. Just got this minor rune of rage. Gives you 2.4 plus attack. Okay. See if we can go and speak to the king now.
They must be finished now.
If you have any other business, it may be wise to do it now. Let him cool down.
I could speak to Volker first. Get this weight off my mind.
The king is not going anywhere.
Okay, so I think I'll leave it here, guys. I'll probably come back with some more gameplay like HDR. But as you can see, I mean, the game is visually impressive and it performs well enough so far, so I'm happy with it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.